wrestlers usually participate in a weight category less than their natural weight. It gives them an advantage since they are fighting with less stronger opponents. The process of weight cut prior to the weight in the morning involves a calculated restriction of food and water, and besides this, the athlete needs to sweat, and that sweating is done with sauna and with exercise. Now, this weight cut has the benefit of putting you into a lighter weight category, but does cause weakness and energy depletion. And this is counterproductive to participation. So, most wrestlers will thereafter go in for some amount of energy restoration with limited water and high energy foods. And these are usually given after the weigh-in. The calculation from the nutritionist which is done is athlete specific, and Vinesh's nutritionist felt that the usual amount that she takes is about 1.5 kilograms totally over the day, which gives enough energy for the bouts. Sometimes there's also a factor of a rebound weight gain following competition. Now, Vinesh had 3 bouts, and hence to prevent any dehydration, some amount of water had to be given. We found that her post-participation weight was increased more than normal, and the coach initiated the normal process of weight cut that he has always employed with Vinesh. This is something that's worked with her for a long period of time. He felt confident that this would be achieved, and over the night we went ahead with the weight cut procedure. However, in the morning we found that despite all of our efforts, her weight was 100 grams over her 50 kilogram weight category, and hence she was disqualified. We had tried all possible drastic measures throughout the night, including cutting off her hair, shortening her clothes, and despite all of this, we could not make that 50 kg weight category. Following disqualification as a precautionary measure, Vinesh was administered some intravenous fluids just to prevent dehydration, and typically we get a few blood tests done just to make sure that everything is normal. So this process is going on at the local Olympic hospital here. All of Vinesh's parameters during this weight cut were normal, and throughout this process she actually felt perfectly normal. Vinesh just interacted with IOA President Dr. Mrs. P.T. Usha and mentioned that although she is physically and medically perfectly normal, she's disappointed that this is her 3rd Olympics and she had to be disqualified.
He was the head of the UWW. So what would you have to say about Vinesh's unfortunate removal from this competition?
We have to respect the rules. I'm so sad that what happened to her. She had overweight, a very small one, but the rules are rules, and the weighing is public. All the athletes are there, and it's impossible to let someone to compete who doesn't make the weight.
People are saying that she made the weight on day 1 and reached the final. If they think she did not, maybe disqualify her from the final but allow her to get that medal because she won fair and square in the first few games?
Impossible, because the brackets are changing, everything is changing, and anyway, the rules are rules. Everybody who goes to this continues, they know they have a second weigh in the next day.
There has been an appeal. Can anything be done right now?
I don't see anything that can be done. The competition continues, and I really don't see that it's possible.
So some of the other countries, their wrestlers and coaches say that for women athletes to cut weight for 2 days back to back is very difficult. Will going future after this competition the Europe will review the rules?
No, I believe that we should be more strict on that, because we have a problem that you lived, and you're living in this moment. The wrestlers are losing too much weight, and it's not good for their health. Many see their interest at the moment, but they don't see what happened to those people in 20, 30 years. We want athletes to compete in their natural weight. That's the idea. And this is when they make the best performances. And unfortunately, it's a second case here. We had the Italian girl wrestler the previous day who didn't make the weight and she didn't compete. So,
But that was not in the medal round, if I'm not.
Sorry?
But that was not in the medal round, if I'm accurate.
that has no difference.
No
to
difference.
anything. The weigh-in is weigh-in. It's public. It's recorded. It's on video. Everybody can see. And what can I do? I'm really so sad. And I understand Vinesh, her disappointment and all this.
Have you followed her entire journey
Of
over the last
course, I followed all
one
the
and a half
journey,
years?
From November, December 22.
Yeah. What do you think of that, about the courage she's shown?
I will not make any statement about this. These are the Indian internal affairs. We are nothing, interfering in that. We just take care of the athletes and the national federation.
Is there anything that the world body can do to ensure that such drastic, weight reductions and missed chances because of that can be sort of looked at?
I'm not sure that I understood your question, but this is similar like the previous question.
Yeah.
I don't see what can be done. We have to respect the rules. The rules are public, known by everyone, and they have to be respected. Sport is based on rules. If we go out of the rules, what we have? Anarchy, mess. It's not possible, unfortunately.
Sir, I know one thing. Is there any possibility in future to rectify the rules, because just 100 gram is nothing for such a person to win a medal in Olympics?
That would be
All of the
another-
India is waiting for.
That will be another 100 grams. If we allow this 100 grams, then somebody
everybody
will ask
would be allowed to
for
use.
200 grams.
Yes,
and
yes, sir.
there is no end.
So,
sir,
just a question. There is so many news from the India that the government is also requesting to the IOC and this executive board
Listen.
to do something so that Vinesh could be allowed to.
I have nothing against that, but I know the outcome.
Sir, Mr. Ninad, I just wanted to know, so because you do have like weight exemptions in ranking series, what is the reason for that?
The reason for that, because this is a preparation period before the big competitions like continental or world championships, and there is a weight tolerance of 1 or 2 kilos, but it's just 1 kilo. If a wrestler, the problem is that he lost already 5 kilos to have a tolerance of 1 kilo.
Yeah.
That is the problem, not the 1 kilo tolerance. 1 kilo is nothing, but our wrestlers lose sometimes 15% of their natural weight. And that's definitely not healthy.
Correct. Thank you so much.
This is what India as a nation was fearing. More than the loss of a gold or a silver, it came down to how this disqualification would completely crush Vinesh. And that seems to have happened. Vinesh has announced retirement after her disqualification from the final bout of 50 kg wrestling. She took to social media to tell her fans, followers, colleagues that wrestling has defeated her. She says her courage is broken, she has no strength left. She also says, and I quote, "Goodbye wrestling 2001 to 2024," which tells us how she dedicated her entire life to this sport. 2001 to 2024 is a long, long time. But she didn't give up instantly. She tried all night long to shed those extra grams, everything in her might to make it to the podium. After she was hospitalized post facing severe dehydration that morning, we saw a smiling Vinesh who was seen interacting with the IOA president PT Usha. In fact, in response to her disqualification, Vinesh also filed an appeal requesting that she be awarded a joint silver medal. Remember, she was replaced in the final by the Cuban wrestler whom she defeated in the semi-finals. This wasn't just the most devastating setback for her, but for everyone who saw her fight backs through this journey, and multiple fight backs. And for the rest of us, she's a medalist still.